The World Cup betting trap nobody talks about is not picking the wrong team. It is picking the right team in the wrong market. That sounds small, but it is the difference between making a smart bet and donating to the book. Because during the World Cup, especially once matches get tight, casual bettors start thinking in storylines. This team is more talented. This country has better players. This favorite should win. This superstar should carry them. And a lot of the time, the broad football take is not even wrong. The problem is the sportsbook is not asking, who is better? The sportsbook is asking a way more specific question. Will this team win in regulation? Will they advance? Will the match stay under because both teams are scared to open up? Will the first half be slow because nobody wants to be the team that makes the first mistake? That is the trap. Most bettors talk themselves into a pick using one question. Then they place a bet that answers a completely different one. And the World Cup is built to punish that. Think about a heavy favorite in a knockout match. On paper, they have more talent, more names, more hype, and more people online calling them a lock. But the other side does not need to be better for your bet to lose. They just need to survive. They can sit deep, slow the game down, foul at midfield, burn clock, and drag the favorite into a low-event match where one bounce, one card, one VAR check, or one penalty shootout changes everything. That is why a favorite can be the correct team to advance and still be a terrible 90-minute moneyline bet. This is where I use Parlay Eye before I trust a slip, because I do not just want one model telling me, yeah, the favorite is better. I want live context, stats, matchup logic, and multiple AI models judging the same pick from different angles. Parlay Eye is built for that. It checks the actual sports context around the pick, lets you choose the AI model you want. And if a bet loses, it reflects on what happened so the system gets smarter over time. That matters because sports betting is not just about being right in general. It is about being right in the exact market you clicked. And World Cup markets are full of little traps like that. The first one is the draw. In most American sports, people are used to a winner and a loser. But in soccer, a match can be completely logical, completely controlled by the better team, and still finish 1-1. If you bet a three-way money line, a draw is not a push. It is a loss. So when you see a favorite at a price that looks tempting, you have to ask, am I betting them to be better, or am I betting them to win inside 90 minutes? Those are not the same thing. The second trap is public hype. The World Cup brings in people who do not normally bet soccer. They know the big countries. They know the viral stars. They know the teams their friends are talking about. And books know that too. So the price on a popular side can get inflated, not because the bet is sharp, but because everybody wants to be on the fun team. That is how a pick can feel safe and still have bad value. The third trap is parlay stacking. This is where people take the favorite money line, add a star player shot prop, add the over, maybe add both teams to score, and suddenly the slip looks exciting. But those legs might be fighting each other. If the favorite controls possession and the underdog refuses to open up, maybe the favorite wins, but the over is in trouble. If the star gets doubled, maybe the team still creates chances, but the player prop dies. If the match starts slow, maybe every leg needs a frantic second half just to survive. That is why the cleanest-looking World Cup parlays are often the most fragile. The fourth trap is not checking team incentives. In group stage matches, one team might only need a draw. Another might be forced to chase. A favorite might rotate players if they are already through. A team that looks desperate on paper might actually be fine playing conservative because goal difference helps them. Context changes the bet. And if you're only looking at rankings, flags, or star names, you're missing the part that actually decides how the match gets played. So here is the way I think about it. Before I bet a World Cup match, I separate the story from the market. The story might be, this team is better. The market might be, they need to win in 90 minutes at a price that leaves no room for a draw. The story might be, this superstar is dangerous. The market might be, his prop is inflated because everyone wants to bet him. The story might be, this game should have goals. The market might be, both managers are perfectly happy making it ugly for an hour. That is the difference. You're not betting the headline. You are betting the terms. And the sharper you get, the less you ask, who do I think wins? You start asking, what has to happen for this exact ticket to cash? Does the favorite need to avoid extra time? Does the underdog need to chase? Does the prop depend on one player getting the right role, The right minutes and the right game script? Does the price already assume the obvious edge? That is where most World Cup bettors get caught. They find a team they like, then they force the slip to match the story. But the edge is usually in doing the opposite. Start with the market. Stress test the pick. Look for the hidden way it loses. Then decide if the price is still worth it. Because in the World Cup, the trap is not always the team. Sometimes the trap is the button you clicked.